Hello again. Here's a subject that I want to cover because I'm going through it really hard right now. Our family is the last battleground of self-mastery. We might get to a point where we can find our little Zen garden inside and we can come to a state of peace doing our breathing and doing our meditation. And through our awareness, we can learn how to let go of our expectations and listen to ourselves and all of those things. But when the family comes charging in, and they might be your kids, or they might be your parents, or they might be your siblings, we sometimes get lost in reverting to old ways or forgetting all the things that we've learned about self-mastery and supporting ourselves. And one of the things that happens is expectations start to creep up. And you feel like, well, first of all, you're more likely to believe the promises that are made that are probably not going to be fulfilled. People love to make promises about things in the moment and get that hit of adrenaline because they promise to do something and someone gets excited that they said they were going to do it, and then it doesn't get followed through on. And we know that happens everywhere. People like to make promises or offer to do things but not follow through. And the key to your own self-mastery is to be aware of that and to not place your expectations out there. And also to observe so that when that happens, you can remember that that happens and you don't get sucked back in again. So, with our children, we may have expectations that they want to spend a certain amount of time with us, or they want to do this or that with us, and then they don't. And that's okay, actually, because we have to learn, or I had to relearn in this week that I don't want somebody to do something for me because they feel obligated and then they don't really want to be doing that thing, because then nobody's having fun. Do I think that people should follow through on things that they say they're going to do? It would be nice, but it's not the reality. And what we always have to remember is that the only way to be free is to accept the reality that's before you. And so that's the way that we support ourselves, by seeing what actually is, accepting what actually is, and letting it go. Like you can put forth your desire. Like you totally should take a moment to know what you desire, and then you just let it go. And we also have to let go of the way we think it should turn out, the way we think it should be. Really, we have to let go of it all. We really do. We have to let go of it all and allow it to be what it is and be okay with it. That's really where our freedom comes from. It comes from being okay with everything that's actually happening. You can be sad, you can feel disappointed, but you have to recognize that you're not going to change the way people are, and you're not going to change the way they're operating, but you can change the way you're operating. And sometimes we give too much. we're there too much. We're available too much. And that's when we start to feel really kind of resentful and crappy because we are making ourselves available, and then we might have like not done this or that because we were making ourselves available, and then turns out we didn't need to make ourselves available, or we didn't need to be there at the snap of the fingers. We needed to do our own thing. If you want to remove that ingredient of resentment, you make space for yourself. I mean, really, that's what it comes down to. Make space for yourself in the equation. And this is something that, we can forget about that when we're talking about family. And especially because we don't maybe always see our family all the time. So then if we're visiting and seeing our families, we want to be especially available to them, especially if they're coming to visit us. And that's fair. But things can get chaotic really fast. And true freedom is self-mastery and returning to the well again and again to reestablish the peace within yourself. If I reestablish the peace within myself and I let go of my expectations of what it's got to look like, then I can maintain that peace and not get caught up in the chaos and the chaos, because it's chaos. And you add to that chaos when you are participating in it. In the way that it is. You can participate it in the way that you choose to, which is to bring the peace with you. I don't know if this is very concrete. As you may be able to tell, I'm having a gnarly week. And being reminded of things over and over again that I thought I knew and understood and had kind of let go or restructured or whatever it was. And then family comes swooping in and everybody's excited in the beginning, and then things start to break down in different ways and you forget everything that you've learned for yourself. And it's good. It's a practice arena for becoming even more aware of the ways in which you might be dissing yourself or overextending yourself or placing too much expectation on things. So I don't know. It's a rant. Let's call it a rant. This is my rant. And I hope my rant was beneficial for someone. And I'll come back at it with more composure and more structure when I'm ready for that.